Good evening. You're watching Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you all the latest news and updates from different parts of the world in just 30 minutes. Let's begin. Political campaigns and rallies intensify for the fourth phase of India's Lok Sabha elections to be held on the 13th of May. This phase will cover 96 constituencies across 10 states. Union Home Minister and leader of Bharatiya Janata Party, Amit Shah, held a rally in Bhungir Lok Sabha constituency of Telangana on Thursday. Bharatiya Janata Party National President JP Nadda held a public rally in UP's Chitrakoot in support of the candidate RK Singh Patel. BJP leader and UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath held multiple rallies across the state on Thursday. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra addressed a public meeting in Raebareli city today. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik also addressed a public meeting in the Gopalpur Assembly constituency of Ganjam district. During the rally, he urged the voters to vote for a good candidate. In India's Himachal Pradesh, Vikramaditya Singh of the Congress filed his nomination from Mandi Lok Sabha constituency, challenging BJP's Kangana Ranaut. The Election Commission of India has established special polling booths across Delhi to enable Kashmiri migrants residing in the capital to vote in person. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on Thursday met his Maldivian counterpart Musa Zamir in New Delhi. Dr. Jaishankar noted that India has been a key provider of development assistance to the Maldives. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said that the visiting Maldivian Foreign Minister Musa Zamir met his Indian counterpart in New Delhi on Thursday and the leaders discussed bilateral and regional security issues. Dr. S. Jaishankar also met the National Security Advisor of the United Kingdom, Tim Barrow, on Thursday. They discussed a range of regional and global issues of importance. UK's National Security Advisor Tim Barrow also met his Indian counterpart Ajit Doval and spoke about technology and security initiative meant to strengthen cooperation between the two countries. Speaking at an event in New Delhi College on Vishwabandhu Bharat on Thursday, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar reaffirmed the nation's commitment to reclaiming Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, emphasizing it as a national commitment. India's Defence Secretary Giridhar Armane in a recent interview said that India is making enormous efforts to be self-reliant in defence sector and highlighted measures taken for achieving this goal. India's President Draupadi Murmu conferred the Padma Awards at the second civil investiture ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi on Thursday. A recent report by the global energy think tank Ember revealed that India has become the third largest solar power generator globally, surpassing Japan in 2023. Indian airline Air India Express terminated 30 cabin crew members on Thursday after they failed to report to work following cancellation of nearly 80 flights. 3 terrorists were killed in an encounter in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir, including a top commander of the resistance front. India's Army and Assam Rifles conducted a joint operation on Thursday, arresting 2 cadres of the National Socialist Council of Nagaland along with weapons. India's Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Kwatra paid a courtesy call on Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Thursday. He also met Bangladesh Foreign Minister Hassan Mahmood. Indian benchmark indices ended deep in the red on Thursday, their third straight session of closing lower. Sensex, that had opened higher at 73,499.49, failed to maintain its momentum and tumbled 1,062.22 points at 72,404.17. Nifty 50, that had opened lower at 22,224, was down 345 points at 21,957 at close. The Indian rupee settled on flat note on Thursday, higher by 1 paise at 83.51 against the US dollar. Gold futures maturing on the 5th of June stood at 70,963 rupees per 10 grams on Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited. Silver futures maturing on the 5th of July stood at 83,519 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. Oil prices rose on Thursday with Brent crude futures higher by 0.4% to $83.89 per barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude for June was up by 0.5% to $79.38 per barrel. World stocks were taking a well-earned breather on Thursday after a strong few weeks and ahead of a Bank of England trade decision. In Asia, MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan rose 0.1%, Japan's Nikkei rose 0.5%, and Nasdaq stock futures eased 0.1% on Thursday. The Japanese yen steadied at 155.55 per dollar after falling for 3 sessions. It rose more than 3% last week after Japanese authorities likely intervened in the market twice to stem its fast declines. U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said on Wednesday that the Biden administration could take an extreme action and ban Chinese-connected vehicles or opt to impose restriction to prevent a flood of Chinese vehicle imports. U.S. President Joe Biden has stated that Washington would halt weapon shipments to Israel if Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu orders a large-scale operation in Rafah. Israel began a targeted operation in central Gaza's Zaytoun area on Thursday with intelligence-based airstrikes targeting and eliminating 25 terrorist targets, including military structures and terrorist tunnels. Israeli women rallied in Tel Aviv on Wednesday demanding the release of around 130 hostages still held after 6 months in Gaza by terrorist group Hamas. Russia on Thursday marked Victory Day, commemorating the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany in World War II. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un expressed support for Russia in his message to Russian President Vladimir Putin on Victory Day. President Vladimir Putin of Russia agreed to withdraw his country's forces and border guards from various parts of Armenia at Yerevan's request. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol acknowledged shortcomings in improving people's lives as he completed a 2-year tenure in office and also announced plans to address the country's low birth rate and aging society. The Biden administration in the United States is expected to issue a new regulation tightening access to asylum at the U.S.-Mexico border. The new regulation would require migrants to undergo an initial asylum screening to determine if they should be barred from asylum and swiftly deported. The U.S. House of Representatives rejected an attempt by Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene to remove Speaker Mike Johnson from his leadership role. Adult film star Stormy Daniels' pivotal in former U.S. President Donald Trump's hush money trial testified again on Thursday. She had previously disclosed details of her involvement with Trump, a claim he refutes. Russian missiles and drones targeted Ukrainian energy infrastructure, causing significant damage to thermal power plants and triggering blackouts in multiple regions. Ukraine intends to increase its electricity import twofold on Thursday following a significant assault on its energy infrastructure by Russia. The Energy Ministry of Ukraine stated that imports are projected to climb to almost 17,000 megawatt per hour. A Ukrainian air attack on Russia's Belgorod region resulted in 8 injuries and extensive damage to residential buildings and vehicles. European Union ambassadors agreed to allocate windfall profits from frozen Russian central bank assets in the European Union for Ukraine's defense, which is in conflict with Russia. China's President Xi Jinping was greeted by Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban and President Tamas Suljuk in Budapest on Thursday as he makes his 3rd stop on his first European tour in 5 years. Japan plans to expand its commercial whaling species list to include fin whales in addition to minke, prides and saw whale species. Panama's President-elect Jose Raul Mulino plans to push for legislation enabling the Panama Canal to build large water reservoirs to address a severe drought affecting the waterway's capacity. Fiji's former long-serving Prime Minister Frank Bainimarama was sentenced to a year in prison for perverting the course of justice on Thursday. A tour bus accident in Lampang resulted in the death of the driver and injuries to 29 passengers, likely due to slippery road conditions following heavy rain. More rain and risk of lightning and stiff winds interrupted rescue efforts in flood-inflicted Brazil. Severe storms battered the Midwest U.S., unleashing a curtain of heavy rain, gusty winds and tornadoes throughout the region. Flooding due to heavy rains in Lindi and Kwara regions of Tanzania cuts off access to roads and major infrastructure. Widespread recent power outages in Mexico were caused by unseasonably hot weather. Panama Canal has been facing water shortage caused due to the extreme weather conditions. The canal is fed by fresh water taken from artificial lake. The extremely hot weather across most of Thailand came to an end on the 5th of May, but several eastern and northeastern provinces continue to be hot, with temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius for a while longer. Sirinap National Park in Thailand gets temporarily closed due to extensive coral bleaching caused by rising seawater temperatures. In another marine national park in Thailand, coral bleaching has been found due to increase in water temperatures as per marine scientists. Heatwave conditions grew severe in India's Rajasthan since Tuesday, with most places witnessing a significant rise in temperatures. The Indian Meteorological Department predicts of heatwave conditions very likely to cripple the isolated pockets of West Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Saurashtra and Kutch till the 9th of May. Tandem racing for dogs and their owners take off amid pet and fitness boom in China. Dog owners and their pets were seen wheeling the race across the streets of China. For many participants, dog trail races aren't just recreational activities but also a way to strengthen the bond between themselves and their four-legged friends. 3 8-week-old Asiatic lion cubs at London Zoo have taken their first steps outside. Accompanied by their mother, the trio enjoyed the sunshine, with one also playing with their mother's tail. The cub's development has been closely monitored and captured on hidden cameras known as Cube Cam. Bolivia launched the United Nations proclaimed 2024 International Year of Camelids with an exhibition that gathered participants throughout the production chain. The festival's aim is to boost the industry that sustains over 80,000 families in the Andean country. The festival also honors the animal's key role in the economy and culture of 90 countries, including Bolivia. In Japan, cold air that hovered above brought snow in the city of Mombetsu City, where cherry blossoms are in full bloom. German-based company Neura Robotics have designed a humanoid AI robot. They've named it as 4NE1. The AI robots will be able to help with chores and other mundane physical tasks. Fashion designers from the Caribbean put on the catwalk their collections to boost regional design at the Fashion in the House show hosted in Havana. The event, included in the month of Europe in Cuba, gathered 16 creators from 11 Caribbean nations. On the occasion of Mata Tirtha Onsi, synonymous to Mother's Day, people in Nepal visit their mothers to see their face, assuming they see the divine through them. The Mata Tirtha Aunsi festival is celebrated on the full moon day of the month of Vaisakh, according to local calendar. A UK girl born deaf can now hear unaided after a groundbreaking gene therapy treatment. Given as an infusion into the ear, the therapy replaces faulty DNA causing her type of inherited deafness. Precious items owned by hip-hop singers like Slick Rick, A$AP Rocky and Nicki Minaj will go under the hammer at American Museum of Natural History in New York. Themed Ice Cold, an exhibition of hip-hop jewelry. This is the first display of hip-hop items by the museum. The British cult classic series called Doctor Who is formally going global for the first time because of a partnership with Disney Plus and the BBC. Makers of the South Korean hit drama called Queen of Tears used generative AI to produce background showing a snowy forest for a particular scene, as none can be found outdoors. French actress Isabelle Huppert will serve as the president of the international jury of the competition at the 81st Venice International Film Festival. Actor Jeremy Strong is likely to share screen space with Jeremy Allen White in Deliver Me From Nowhere. Actor Alexander Skarsgård will be seen sharing screen space with Harry Melling in Pillion, a new feature from Poor Things producers Element Pictures, being pitched as a fun and filthy romance with heart. Oscar winner Cate Blanchett will be seen in a pivotal role in Alpha Gang. Actors from The Big Bang Theory, Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik, are set to reunite on screen for the series finale of Young Sheldon. Filmmaker Baz Luhrmann sent waves of excitement through the Elvis Presley fan base as he hinted at the release of a concert film featuring never-before-seen footage of the iconic superstar. Pushpa 2's actor Rashmika Mandanna has officially announced her collaboration with Bollywood superstar Salman Khan in the much-anticipated action thriller called Sikandar. Amy Work and Sonam Bajwa unveiled the first-look posters from their upcoming movie called Kudi Haryane Waldi. Punjab Kings will take on Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the 58th match of Indian Premier League in Dharamshala in a short while. Manika Batra continued her dream run at Saudi Smash as she beat world number 14 Nina Mittelheim to book her spot in the quarterfinals. Hockey India announced the 24-member men's team that will take part in the FIH Hockey Pro League 2023-24 to be held in Belgium and England. 14 Indian wrestlers battle for Paris quotas at the World Wrestling Olympic qualifiers in Istanbul, city of Turkey. Real Madrid entered the Champions League final with a dramatic 2-1 victory over Bayern Munich in the semi-finals. AS Roma take on Bayer Leverkusen in the second leg of Europa League semi-final on Thursday. The napkin upon which Lionel Messi signed his first ever unofficial Barcelona contract went up for sale. The 22-time Grand Slam singles champion Rafael Nadal looks forward to the French Open and Olympics this summer. Japan's Naomi Osaka beat Clara Burrell to go through to the second round of the Italian Open in Rome. And the Olympic flame landed on French soil amid tight security after a 12-day trip from Greece. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now. But news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.